That is a lot. It's tempting to bargain. Oh man, he actually hard counters this. That's not a correct choice. Here you can see how much he wants this token. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here. Today Boros control, low-key one of the most interesting control decks that are super off meta, but we ranked up with this one and it felt very powerful and we still got the worst possible draws in half of the games at least, and we still managed to win most of the games, so I think you will like it. The deck is pretty exciting and it has Virtue of Courage that lets you exile cards if you hit your opponent's face, and for this reason we have Duelist and Sacred Fire Flashback, so if you are out of value, you should be able to get some, and Warden of course gives you a lot. Vault together with Celestus should make sure that your dose will be good, and against control you just spam them with Mirex, which you will see, and it will be glorious. So I hope you will enjoy. Have fun guys, and enjoy, and don't forget to sub. Right. This might be very interesting. Yeah, hello. You know what? When I see a control player, always excited to play the game. Farmhand is actually really good. It sets up us for later. March is probably not the best, but we'll try to make it work. And those Sunfalls are extremely useless. Let's go like this for the Emperor. I mean, Mirex has to do a lot of work right now. I mean, a lot of work. So we have a lot of good cards for the matchup, but that's none of those. Mirex is the only good draw here. The rest of the cards are, you know, kinda situational. And unfortunately, he also will get the value. I probably shouldn't have shown that I have Mirex, because now they want to go for the tokens, but you know what? I still might have the Sunfall. Maybe we can translate this into some value. We'll see, we'll see. Fortress. Great target for March. We still make the thing. So we have two ways to go. Oh man, that's actually exciting. Go. If he counters it, I'm fine with it. I mean, he's still losing the board, one way or the other. Alright, that's interesting. Good for our opponent, well played. Very good decision. Alright, we have a 4-4 though. So I want to play this as a surprise, right? So I need 8 mana, so this hopefully is 8 flant. And then we go double tokens. Memory Deluge is huge because he was at disadvantage. Man, can I stop drawing my sweepers? I didn't draw so many when I was playing against aggro even. Now let's start. This should be maybe Emperor or something. If that's the damage, that's fine. Let's see the end step play. Definitely something. Oh man, another memory. That's so bad. Alright, so he has as much control as possible ever. Yeah, because our early game draw is super garbage. Like, we only have sweepers basically. No Sanctuary Wardens, no Emperors, nothing that creates pressure. 6 to 6. So yeah, I cannot pay myself anymore. And I don't want to kill my creature, of course. Alright. I mean, maybe? But man, against double deluge, we can hit Sunfall and exile those. That would help a little bit, I guess. So 3. We need 1 more for Mirex. Alright, we'll keep attacking. If he activates the Restless Fortress, which I hope is the idea, he has a free block here. Go for it. No. Very interesting. Wonder why. Alright, this makes sure that we can double Mirex on the next turn. This is why we can, you know, afford to have less Cardo, because against control we have those Mirexes that do all the job. I'm surprised he didn't block, not sure why. If he has Sunfall, maybe he wants bigger token, not sure. Or maybe he saves it for later. So it is Sunfall. Sure. That's very expensive. And I mean we're at 20, so it's not like it's super bad for us. We're super strict, like low on the mana. You know what? So if he activates it, I trade 1 mana for his 2 mana, which means no counter spells. That can be huge depending on what we draw. We didn't draw perfectly, but you know, it is something. Great against Emperor. I'm going for it. And he is playing very interestingly. Alright, those marches are super important. Alright, first march out. I don't think he will try to protect it too much, but you know, let's not risk it. It's unfortunate because this 1 mana again cost us 1 might token, and those might tokens are great. I would love to draw Sunfall. I say Sunfall on Farewell, man. Would be great if I had Farewell because he taps very heavily, very often. If I could get rid of this, oh, this is the Memory Deluge turn. He decided to go for it. Oh, and I would love to punish him, but I cannot. For 7, so he can make this appear on top of this. I will try, man. I don't super like it, to be absolutely honest, but we'll try. I don't think he wants to counter it. Man, we are doing literally the worst part of the deck. Where are our Celestuses, Sanctuary Wardens, Eternal Wanderers? Like, man. Oh, that's not how you want to get, you know, draw against this kind of matchup. Basically, we drew only Mirex this whole game. The rest of the card, I guess marches were really good for whatever he has. But, yeah, Mirex and marches. The rest of the draw is completely the worst case scenario. Alright, so he will cast Memory Deluge, and there's not much we can do about it, I guess. So, what? Yeah, man, that hurts super hard. It will be 2 amazing cards. However, against double Mirex, there are not many perfect cards. I think Emperor is really good, so I would guess he plays Emperor when we attack. But we have Torch the Tower, so we can make some magic happen there. Because you generally want to -1, and that means you have great target for your removal, and you know, you kill Emperor. It's 2 for 1 still, but we have 3 cards thanks to Mirex, right? So there's some potential. And because we don't play blue, we can tap fully, we don't super care. And we don't need to play this land. Don't forget, we have a lot of card cycling, however we literally cannot draw a single card. And I didn't expect that we need more. See? That was probably one of the cards he has chosen. And we also have Sacred Fire, but that's for later probably. Sure.
But I'm going to. May your blade strike true.
That's a good deal. Don't forget, man, it's 4 might tokens. That's a lot. That is a lot. It's tempting to bargain. Oh man, he actually hard counters this. That's not a correct choice. Here, you can see how much he wants this token. This march goes to Fortress. And he wasted a counter spell. Still 4 poison. But now we will have to counter the Emperor. That's interesting. Because he knows about the Sacred Fire. I kinda regret playing it before. Yeah, I should think more. That was a misplay. If that was a 2 mana play, that would be so much better. 3, 6. So I don't have much, but that will be enough. As you can see, this is the card that matters, but this is his turn. He can Sunfall right now. So bad. So he knew about the Sacred Fire, And that was part of his plan, which is a really good plan. However, he needs more. I would expect Sunfall right now. Right now it's great card. I cannot procreate anything at the end step with Mirexes, so it means that, you know, he has free board and he can absolutely... So 5 mana goes to clearing everything, and then the rest of the mana can go for card advantage, planeswalkers, something that gets him ahead in the game. And I won't be able to answer it, especially with those draws. Alright, that means no Sunfall. I'm surprised he's not going for the Fortress ever, like it is a 1/4. Maybe he expects Smart, but I'm not sure. Alright, so that's good for us. That's exactly Memory Deluge mana. But if he casts it, then he cannot play anything else and he dies. So probably his plan is different. My turn. Huh. This is a good one. Man, I think we have a fair shot at this. No respect to the Emperor. Just pure face. Pure face, because we want to be aggressive on this turn. Here comes the manual taps. Here comes the whale. Alright. Yeah, it should be on top. Absolutely. But that's lethal. So he needs something more. And he has it, but very expensive stuff. Very expensive stuff. And when he makes the samurai, we'll play the Emperor and first strike or something like this. It's very, very scary thing to be on 9 poison against double Mirex. I'm not casting anything, because those Mirexes should get him. Especially that we have basically 1 heart removal and 1 something removal. It's not great against the whale, to be fair. Oh, we are digging. I think that's it. Usually when you see this heavy tap, he has only 4 mana. And I can create 3 lethal threats at the end step, and also... No, Emperor no, because I won't have the mana. But theoretically, we can create a lot. And he cannot counter it, of course. The fact you cannot counter Mirex is huge. And he cannot re-destroy it, especially in Esper that doesn't play Field of Ruin, because, you know, you don't have too many basics. So making Samurai should be the thing, yep.
Until next time, then.
But we'll just give first strike to one of the mites and go from there. 3-5. It is possible he still has the answer right now, but we'll try to mess it up. Man, and I just want to point out, this was as bad of a draw of this deck against control as it is possible. Like, only Mirex was the only card that mattered this whole game. Sure. Not sure why now, but I'll take it. Alright. 3 to go. No whale. Even if he kills everything, like, I can do it again. Is this 1 mana important? I hope it isn't. I might be wrong. Normally, if I was off camera, I would just keep counting. Wow, another amazing draw. Honestly, guys, that's as bad draw as it gets. I think I will play Emperor aggressively to try to preserve the mites. I think this should be good enough. And I don't want to tap too heavily, and I want this March. Let's see. I hope I won't be forced to use March on this Samurai. Good. I wouldn't be surprised if that will be a removal on the Might, but we'll take it. 3 cards to go. Then the Whale. Maybe you can Sunfall it. Is that the damage? 1 Mirex. And 2 mana, so 1 March. Yeah, there will be something, probably removal on the Might, I would guess. Alright. Very scary. So they will target, and we need to kill it. Man, he's playing very smart, I really like it. So we are fighting for the mites right now. That also might mean that if I instantly cast the March, maybe I would be able to survive. Possibly.
You're done.
So maybe missed lethal. But he's getting more and more suffocated. Only 3 cards. 1 of them is random. 2 of them is part of his plan. Whale definitely will be helpful, but we can always Sunfall. Sunfall is not perfect just because it slows us down. But if he wants to make samurais, play the other stuff. Alright, painful. But it's still card for card. That's why the Memory Deluge, both of them were so devastating. Like, if he didn't hit them instantly, we would get this situation so much faster. See? He starts to crumble. He just doesn't have enough answers, probably. He can make a whale, but he needs to main phase, which means he's tapped. So, whale and -1 saves him on board. But if I have any kind of removal, he dies, because he cannot react anymore. If he casts a whale during my turn, it will be tapped, so he needs removal then. You can see how aggressively he's burning everything. It feels like a win. And I cannot believe, because we hit the worst part of the deck, man. Like, fully, we didn't draw any of our good wincons. I mean, Mirex, but come on, it's a land. We hit only land. He still has this. You know what? It's acceptable. I mean, only lands and 1-drops, that's how we roll Control. We're outvaluing. Look at this, wow. 4 cards, 4 mana total. Sorry, more. What's exiled? Yeah, no value, man, but still enough to beat Control. Of course, we're lucky with the Mirex, because we drew the first one super quickly. He has it. He has something more. Alright. He was very sportsmanship, so I... Oh, right. Oh, he has no mana. I thought it would be one more turn, but right. He cannot block if he uses Parasitic Grasp, because he needed to pay the full amount. Man, we worked for this win with literally the worst scenario draw. No, alright. Consider me extremely excited. And we are playing the Vault, and we will start to cycle all the bad cards. What about Duelist? It's okay. Not perfect, not the worst. I will just keep making treasures probably and try to get into, best cards that we have. Esper Control, the Iron Crack. Sure. Let's start. Torch the tower, not what we want definitely. So, good start right there. I mean, that can be made disappear, right? I got excited, but I shouldn't. I should not get so excited. We'll keep cycling. Duel is probably not the best card. It can be 2 for 1, but, not the biggest deal. I'm sorry, I cannot resist Mirexing my opponent. If that's an Emperor, we can kill her. Ah, this is the moment. We don't have blue, so he shouldn't play right now. And he probably knows about it. So, we attack. Emperor makes a Samurai, then we play our Emperor and +1. Yeah, I kinda like it. Here she comes. Or maybe not. Good. Better. We will keep Farewell for a moment. I see. So, we will have Emperor then. If that's the case, it's not a huge surprise what we will take in this situation. Exiling our own stuff, probably not the best idea ever. And +1, kinda meaningless. And we want to get some instant value, right? Because they could potentially just kill Emperor on their turn. Alright, Jace is scary, but shouldn't matter yet. We need to, just keep creating a lot of pressure, because they have better cards than us. They have more value, and we need to fight it as good as we can. Void Rent is acceptable. Destroy Evil might be something we'll just cycle. Duelist is very flexible. Celestus. Man, I really want to farewell right now. It might be the play. I honestly think we'll just farewell this. And we'll probably get rid of Destroy Evil. I don't think they have too much. This is not a good card, man. But still, we need a lot of mana for double Mirex. I really think we are going for farewell. I think this is good. Sure. Another card. So, some damage. If I played this, I don't need to burn... I mean, I want to burn Trail. You know what? Can we get another? Yes, we can, right? I burn this, I tap this, and I get the treasure, and I can farewell. That is great. Yeah, I guess we can do it from this mana. Just I don't want to, you know, miss it. Torch the tower, probably not what we need. You know, it hurts on the Vork, but they have Celestus, and Memory Deluge is a huge, huge deal. I know they don't have 7 mana, but they will. I can see myself just trying to wait for it longer, but not really sure if that would be the best idea. If that's Emperor, that's good. They definitely had something. I hope it's Smite. If they just trade card for card, I'm absolutely fine with it. Sure. Alright, we need to count the mana. So this is a Mirex package. Which means we probably want to go this. So we play Farmhand. You know, creates a little bit of pressure. Not the big deal, but it also makes our draw. Look at all those value, man. We never drew a single Sanctuary Warden against control. Oh, so frustrating. But on the next turn we will be able to double Mirex, and that's huge. So if he doesn't top deck Memory Deluge, we should be in a very good spot. If he plays Memory Deluge, we might be out. I see. So you really want this card, huh? I know. I've never done this kind of play. But it works. That's correct. He needs to play another card. And he doesn't. He doesn't get anti-Mirex tokens, he didn't draw a card. And that's insanely huge. Now, he needs 2 removal a turn. Hopefully he whiffs. I think he whiffs, and then we should, after this turn, after double Mirex, we should be in the, you know, leading seat in this game. Alright, that's huge. Man, I told you, just keep it up, maybe it will be useful. But to be fair, I didn't expect it to be useful this way, like ever. Sacred Fire is pretty decent, but we probably won't burn him. But you know, samurais are great against tokens. So, 3 Mirex, 3 Mirex. I don't think we'll go to triple Mirex, honestly, but I mean, let's try, I guess. Alright, so 3, 3, and I have 1 mana. So I cannot play the Duelist. I'm also not going for the damage plan, really. I could, but it's more against, you know, aggro decks that you can super stabilize. Oh, it starts to look good for us. No Sunfall yet. And of course, at instant speed he cannot Sunfall, which means that he will get a lot of poison counters next turn. I mean, each one of those is 4 damage, so it's like 8 damage already. Man, that looks good. I wanted to play this. Sorry guys, like for some reason I didn't. I think I'm just too excited on the Mirex plan. Sure. Sure. And that shouldn't change too much, because we have double Sacred Fire. Tapland. I'm surprised he played it, but I guess. Like, he has Memory Deluge, so he never knows when he needs a lot of mana. One good draw can burn like, 15 mana or something. Oh, that's a draw. Alright, let's play Mirex. And he's like, haha, I have a 4/4. And I'm like, haha, I have a lot of weird burn spells that you never expected. Do we need... We could flashback, right? But we probably want Sacred Fire first. No blocks for you, my friend. And he has only 1 mana. Maybe he can smite? Yep. Or cut down. But he's down to 1 card, guys. And he's still at 8 poison. I tell you, man. Our Might armor is doing that. I should also probably play this instead of Mirex, because my land playing game is not very good. Man, we just absolutely destroy control decks with this counter spells. Pfft. Man, mites are power. You know what? I'll take it. Because I have farmhand, if I hit 1 land, 1 white land, I can hit both. And I don't want to mulligan, it's like, really don't. Alright, good at magic, both of us, but I'm a little bit worse. Man, I love when the deck says, man, if you draw 1 and a land, Celestus, 1 white, farmhand, but you won't draw any of those and you will still lose. Yep, we probably lost. Our opponent is going for card advantage instead of tempo, so either his hand sucks or he doesn't know how to play this deck. First you always put pressure, then you draw cards when you have no pressure. Alright, but it might be enough. It might be enough if we don't hit our stuff. I think Celestus, this is the moment. We need to go super aggressively, because he really tried to scale, so this will be 4/4 or 5/5 probably. So this will hit hard. Yep. And we don't have a lot of time. Alright, farmhand. Yeah, I think this is the play. Man, imagine if we just kept drawing clans, that would be so much easier. But it's fine, we need to double play, because I need farewell on the next turn. And we need to survive this turn, and it might be super hard. I don't feel comfortable, but there is a fair chance that maybe. Like, the druid doesn't have trample. Alright, so probably not that yet. Definitely this and this. And of course it will all depend on what he drew. 3. Imagine if we weren't mana screwed. That would be so much more fun. And he'll just play something that kills us. Well, as you can see, high quality gaming. I mean, either 0 during the whole game or 2 at the opening hand. This is how I like it. But because we are on the play, I think we can survive it, right? We have Emperor as well, so 1 land already solves a lot of problems. 2 lands solve everything else. Mono red on, on 1 drops again, but not on the play, so that's good. Anti-Godric. We cannot use Eiganjo to be a removal, so it has to be a land. Our opponent knows we have no instants. I mean, we could get rid of it, but that's not perfect. It has to be toughness, not power. And he's like, what the hell is going on? What is the card? Very tempting. Oh man, that's so tempting. You know, depending on how he plays, maybe we take the risk. Alright, land cycling. Good for him. Epicure is actually a, sneaky value card. Like, it does a lot. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking about. First time I did not like Celebration. Please, don't hate me for it. I will do it. I will. I'm sure I'm good at magic and I will just draw a land. I'm sure of it. But the point is that I think I can slow the damage enough that it's a little bit better maybe. I'm not sure, but you know, we will try. Alright. I don't think he will buff more, unfortunately. There was a hesitation. Huh. So we could go on the Epicure. Because Epicure is guaranteed to die, and they deal the same damage. I mean, this deals more, but not much. And on the next turn, Swift Spear is weaker. So this way we kinda minimize the damage. Destroy Evil can hit Kumano, but of course we need to draw land. If that won't... Oh, right. I always think that there will be this one then. And this is why I like the Farmhand. Man, look how much difference Farmhand made. Fixing my biggest problem always. So we could destroy Kumano faces Kakazan or just go with the Duelist. Next turn it is... Huh. I will go like this. This is the card they kinda want to kill. Alright. As expected. I think so. I think so. One card to go. Alright. Starting to be a little bit good at magic. Emperor is huge. And it's not like they might not attack. One more land and Warden starts. And Warden is how they, you know, they lose the game fully. Alright, huge decision time. Do we think about the Rage? Because then they can deal a lot of damage. It feels that they might have it. And they do. And they indeed do. So this will be 3 toughness. I guess I could destroy Evil.
Run away. You'll be
I could destroy Evil, but I just want to make sure. I want the Emperor in the board, because then we have Samurai on the next turn as well. And it's not like I have too much to do with this 3 mana, so it's just more mana efficient. 1 card to go. If they use Burn, okay, that's smart choice by them. But that should be game. Here she comes. We don't need so many shield counters. And we will go with this. Because then we can attack faster with the Warden, while also possibly trading. They need 2 lightning strikes from the top. So even though, man, the Farmhand saved the day, and even, you know, I think we were mana screwed this game, right? We still won against Monored, so man, I'm impressed. Alright guys, some battle against Monored. I hope you enjoyed both of the games. I honestly think we could win both if we didn't get mana screwed. But you know what? Sometimes it happened. I'm happy we got our revenge in the end, and against Control, somehow we are absolutely winning, man. So the deck is around 60% win rate. We of course didn't play too many games, but yeah, I think it should be a bit lower, but somehow we managed it through. I don't know how, to be honest. Honestly, the aim of the deck was very different than the games played out. I wanted to have a really good matchup against aggro decks, because we have, you know, Torch the Tower, we can slow the game, we can just burn with Sacred Fire, and even though you need to be smart with Sacred Fire, if you hit the Swift Spear just right, you get so much, you know, out of 1 card. And with Celestus and Volt, I wanted to just cycle into this Sunfall Farewell Warden, right? That was the idea, and if I was in full top deck mode, I wanted to cycle until I hit Virtue of Courage, kill something, then play it for 5, and then every Sacred Fire is like 3 extra cards. That was the idea, but the games played absolutely differently. Our draws were pretty unfortunate. We never drew Warden, we never drew Eternal Wanderer, but you know what we drew? Mirex. plenty of Mirexes, and this is how you beat control apparently. And with all, to be fair, it's not a full coincidence, because with Torch the Tower, all the Sacred Fires, Duelist, we have really good burn spells for all their Emperors, all their Samurai tokens, and their manlands can die to March very easily, so it's hard for control decks to defend against our onslaught of slow mites, or small mites. They aren't slow. Man, when I had this idea, it was like, yeah, I need to play the deck, and I think Boros control is a really fun archetype right now. It's very similar to Orzhov. You have red instead of black, and you just kill creatures at good ratio instead of cut down Torch the Tower, and you can have some extra value here overall. Heartflame Duelist is a nice 2-for-1 card. It basically always trades 2-for-1. So I really hope you enjoyed. I was rambling a bit because I'm all over the place with this deck, but it is enjoyable, so yeah, pretty happy with it. Alright guys, thank you, appreciate you being here, and see you tomorrow.